Hybrid Inverter Installation Guide. Our energy storage inverter with excellent performance to generate more electricity and bring higher yield to customer. With battery connected, system can storage excess EV energy and provide backup output. There is also a generator port to connect generator or smart loads. Inverter can be monitored on app. With network connected, customer can also manage their plants remotely. This video will guide you the installation of inverter, including steps, preparation before installing, inverter installation, electrical connection, communication accessory, power on inverter, and commissioning. According to the actual installation of project, please prepare cable grands and OT terminals in correct sizes. Besides, here introduce other tools required for installation: drill, hammer, adjustable wrench, socket wrench, wire stripper, nipper pliers, crimping pliers, hydraulic pliers, slotted screwdriver, cross screwdriver, hex wrench, multimeter. Unpacking carton and carry inverter out. Let's have a look at inverter appearance and connectors first. On the bottom side, we could find 3 AC ports for connection of grid, backup load, and generator, communication port for Wi-Fi dongle, other 3 communication ports for CT, BMS, RSD, PARAL, and other communication wires, 3 PV ports for PV strings input, battery port for battery cables, grounding terminal to install grounding cable. On the left side, we could find latches of cabinet, PV switch, inverter on-off switch. At the same time, following packing list to check inverter accessories: mounting bracket, 3 pairs of M6 expansion screws to install mounting bracket on wall, M6 security screw to lock inverter with mounting bracket, CT, an RJ45 cable with 2 CTs, Wi-Fi dongle, 3 pieces of 4 pins connector, 1 piece of 9 pins connector, and some file documents. Inverter must be installed at the place where is free from direct exposure of sunlight, rain, and snow, with enough space and good cooling condition to ensure performance and longer lifetime. Before mounting the inverter, check wire ports to be used, removing covers of them, and install wire grands, tighten each by wrenches. Taking out bracket and mounting it on suitable support. Mount inverter to bracket. And tighten security screw on inverter right side. Wiping off insulation layer of ground cable. Crimping the cable into OT terminal and insulated well by tape. Removing the screws of inverter ground terminal, install the grounding cable. Unlock cabinet and remove insulation piece. Check inverter AC terminals, removing screws of terminals which pending to use. Wiping off insulation layer of AC cables. Crimping them into OT terminals and insulated well by tape. Crossing well-crimped wires through each port. Install them on corresponding terminals and tighten screws. Locking wire grands tightly after wires being installed well. Check inverter PV terminals, opening switches which pending to use. Wiping off insulation layer of PV cables, crossing wires through PV ports. Check correct polarity of strings and ensure voltages are in normal range. Then install them on terminals and close switches. Locking wire grands tightly. Check inverter battery terminals and remove bolts by socket wrench. Our inverters support maximum 210 ampere charge/discharge current. Here recommend 0 AWG cables for battery connection, and OT terminals would be OT5012 or 2 pairs of OT2612. Wiping off insulation layer of battery cables. Crimping them into OT terminals by hydraulic pliers and insulated well by tape. Crossing well-crimped wires through battery ports. Locking wire grands well. Check correct polarity, then install on corresponding terminals and fix tightly. Check inverter communication terminals. Referring definition of 4-pin, 9-pin terminals, wiring them as actual demands. Crossing CT, BMS, and other communication wires through communication ports. Insert each connector to correct terminal. Clamping CTs on L1, L2 of grid side. And pay attention to their directions, the arrow toward from grid to inverter. Check inverter Wi-Fi communication port. Take out Wi-Fi dongle from package. Remove plate of Wi-Fi port, then plug Wi-Fi dongle there and tighten screws. Check PV, battery, AC are all wiring correctly. Install isolation piece back and tighten screws. Put on battery and AC switches. Lock cabinet. And then turn on outer switches. Download Solar Hope from Google Play or App Store. Opening app and click Bluetooth for local connection. Scanning inverter serial number barcode and connect to inverter. On app homepage, you could overview system status and slide down to check real-time parameters of each part. Go to Quick Setup menu, confirm regulation setting, export power control setting and working mode setting, then put on inverter.